What's up, guys? George back again to do another nerd alert, I guess it is. I guess we'll call this one. I'm not sure which number it is. It's probably in the teens. It'll be in the title, but I picked up a ton of stuff as far as comics and magazines go. A couple things rock magazines I picked up lately have been the new Viva La Rock. This is issue 61 with the selector. Has Link Ray, Backyard Baby, Susie Quattro, Jim Jones, Sex Pistols, all kinds of stuff in there. Pretty cool new issue. Love that magazine. And the latest issue in the States, anyway, is the classic rock with the making of Highway to Hell, which is a great article, by the way. 40th anniversary special of Highway to Hell, which is unbelievable. It's 40 years old. And then the new issue, I think, is a Kiss cover that I'll probably have here in the States anyway within the next, I would say, week or two. But really killer issue of classic rock. Now the rest is all going to be comic books, horror magazines, that kind of thing. I am currently reading a new book called The Curse of Oak Island by Randall Sullivan. I'm absolutely in love with this show. I have been since the night it debuted. This guy was Randall Sullivan was on the island, I think 2 years ago. So he's been working on this book for a long time. He used to be a writer for Rolling Stone, I think. I think it was Rolling Stone. Yeah, Rolling Stone. He started working on this book in like 04. But really killer book. It gives you the complete history of the island. For as much as they know right now, anyway. They keep unearthing stuff that's older and older. Like materials, woods, metals, that kind of stuff. But it's an interesting story. I would definitely check this out. Curse of Oak Island I think it's on the History Network. Yeah, History Channel. It's on Tuesday nights. And I think this week is the season finale of season 6 or 7. But I've been hooked on this show ever since it came out. But definitely check out Oak Island if you haven't. Pretty interesting story anyway. Alright, so I've added quite a few new things to the comic magazine, the horror magazine collection over the last few weeks. I haven't done one of these in quite a while. So I kind of have a mishmash of all kinds of shit here. So as far as new stuff goes, new comic books go, I picked up the 1000 issue of Detective Comics. Pretty cool. Just decided, because I bought the 1000th issue of Action Comics a couple months ago now. Maybe even longer, but picked that one up. And then I really like the new Shazam movie, so I started reading the new series from DC. The first 4 issues are out now. So this is issue 1. It's kind of an interesting series. Issue 2. Issue 3. And the newest one that I found so far is issue 4. But really cool movie. They kept it lighthearted, which I liked. This comic's maybe a little too lighthearted for me. I probably will not continue with this one after, but we'll see. I like the old school Captain Marvel, Shazam. They added some family members. If you saw the movie, Mary Marvel, Captain Marvel Jr., and then two or three other characters. But I have a feeling one of them is going to turn into the Black Adam in the next movie, but we'll see. Picked up the new Retro Fan magazine with, again, Shazam on the cover from the 70s. I mean, I've been a big fan of Captain Marvel and Shazam since I was a kid. I think it was the first superhero I really ever saw on TV because of the Saturday morning cartoon, or Saturday morning live action show, actually. Um, he was really the first for me that I saw, like I said, as a kid. So I've been a big Shazam or Captain Marvel fan ever, the original Captain Marvel fan ever since. This has a cool, in-depth retrospect of the TV show, which I thought was really neat. The two different Captain Marvels, which was Jason Bostwick and John Davy. I think John Davy took over in season 2. This is a great magazine. This is issue 4 of Retro Fan. It's by Two Morrows Publishing, but really killer. I really like this magazine a lot. I thought this was a great magazine. You can get this at Barnes and Noble, hopefully, in your area. A couple other new comics I got. These are all one-shots. The horror. They brought back a couple of their... Marvel brought back a couple of their 60s and 70s horror-related comics for one-shots, which is basically one issue. Crypt of Shadows. This was actually a pretty cool story in there. On a Journey into the Unknown Worlds. If you like sci-fi, you'll like this one. And Journey into Mystery, the birth of Krakoa. Pretty killer. I don't know if there's any other one-shots as far as the horror stuff goes for Marvel, but I really like these. And if they keep, if they continue into a new series, I might try them out. But looks like horror comics are starting to come back a little bit more. With the Creeps magazine, really doing an amazing job, I think, for having that 50s, 60s, and 70s vibe to them. Speaking of the Creeps, I got the latest 2 issues. Issue 17 has the black and white kind of the old Warren publication magazines, and then issue 18 with some great artwork from, I think that's Frank Frazetta. Who did this? Is this Frank? Yeah, it's Frazetta on the cover. Pretty killer. Again, really killer stories in here. If you like that old Warren, the creepy magazine and eerie, you'll absolutely love these. They're already up to issue 18, which I can't believe because it's only 4 times a year. Seems like it just started. Another one I just picked up on a whim. I saw this at Barnes & Noble, Scream and Misty. Another kind of horror magazine type thing. This was printed in the UK, though. Pretty cool. I don't know if I'd pick up any more, but it's kind of different. Cool artwork on there. Let's see. What else do we have here? I picked up some old school comics that I found for really cheap. I'm going to just run through these real quick. World's Finest, number 228. That one. Pretty cool. That's like a 80-page or 100-page one. Ripley's Believe It or Not. Doesn't have the number on it, but I'm not sure, but I can't remember. This has got to be early 70s, I would think. Yeah, 1971. Pretty cool cover on that one. Action Comics, number 418. And this is early 70s, I think. Batman, number 184. $12 comic. And then Two Worlds Finest, 12 centers, number 175 and 159. Like I said, these were cheap, like 25 cents each or something like that. So I just, since they were so old, I just added them to the collection. Picked up quite a few new creepy, well, 4 new creepies that I needed for the collection. Trying to get them all, but the farther, the higher number ones have started doing a little more sci-fi, which not my thing, but found creepy number 69. This has got to be like 75, 74. I think it's 75 is that one. 1975, that is. Pretty cool. Edgar Allan Poe stories in that one. Creepy number 113. This is 79. November 1979. Creepy number 135. February of 1982. And Creepy number 145, February 1983. So again, there were four cheap ones I found at an indoor flea market. I keep a list in my wallet of the ones I need. That's how nerdy I am. Found these 2 from the 60s. This one's from April 1966 of Weird magazine. Pretty killer. Just started picking these up when I find these are actually harder to find than creepy or eerie. I think anyway, in my area anyway. But picked that one up. Cool artwork on that one. And December 1968, which for the time it's pretty nutty artwork. Guy getting his head cut off, but or sewn back on, I guess. But pretty cool magazine, cool cover. And then one I've never heard of before, Stark Terror. And I think this was from 1971. I think this was issue 3. I've never seen this before. Not the greatest artwork in it. Just some, I would imagine one of those ones that just try to jump on the bandwagon of creepy and all the other ones. But I would imagine this didn't last too long because I've never heard of it before. So, but still kind of cool to have that early. It's almost 50 years old. Got the 2 newest issues of Horror Hound. This has a Pet Cemetery retrospect in it, I think. Oh no, Children of the Corn retrospect, but it's covering the new Pet Cemetery film. Which I guess is out and didn't do all that well from what I understand. It looks good. I'll probably wait till DVD or Blu-ray, but there's that. And the newest issue is Scary Monsters. This is their Sea Creatures issue. So it deals with like Creature from the Black Lagoon. There's an article on that, all their movies, Humanoids from the Deep, all kinds of shit. Really killer. If you like that stuff, which Greeno, I know you like this. If you're watching this, you probably have that one already. But really killer magazine. Got the latest issue of Fangoria in the mail. This is issue 3. Volume 2, issue 3 has a big article on Jordan Peele's Us. I'm still on the fence with this magazine. Some cool articles in it, but it's nowhere near. I don't think it's as cool as it used to be, which is unfortunate. It's very expensive if you to find this out in the wild. It's a $20 magazine because we're only doing it 4 times a year. It's a 100-page magazine. I got my I got a year's subscription for free because I was a subscriber when it fell apart. The first run of it fell apart, and this new company took it over. And if you were a subscriber previously, you get a year free, but I probably will not continue after my subscription runs out because I have a feeling it's gonna, even the subscription's gonna be, silly expensive for 4 issues a year. And I haven't seen these in the wild yet. Like Barnes and Noble's not carrying them or anything, which is kind of weird. But then I found a new magazine, which is probably not new to some, but new to me. And I ordered the first 4 issues that they have. They're having a deal on them. 4 issues for, I think it was $20. Something like that. And that's Mad Monster. That's the first issue. Really cool, like independent zine type magazine. I like this a lot. It's well written. There's some cool articles in it. Some pretty killer stuff in these. Let's see. There's one in here that I really liked. Yeah, I like this artwork. Jason's trying to figure out what he's going to wear for killing that day. That's a cool wraparound cover, too. That's issue 1. I think if you just Google Mad Monster Magazine, it should bring you right to the website. I'm trying to find it, see if it's... It doesn't say. You can order these right online. There's the inside cover. Here's issue 2 with you could build they have these weird game, well, it's not game pieces, but like paper model pieces in here on every other page. So if you wanted to cut them out, you can and build. This one is the Shit Kicker Heaven pieces. I don't know what the hell's that from. I forget. But a cool article on The Shining in here. Issue 3. There's another wraparound cover. Centerfold of Car from the Knight Rider double episode, which was the fake Michael Knight, and Carr had the lights, and I think he had a gray paneling on the bottom. Pretty silly, but... And their latest issue is issue 4. Pretty killer. I haven't read 3 or 4 yet, and I'm only about a quarter of a way through issue 2. So, like I said, I just got these, but killer old school type monster. There was one picture in here that blew my mind. I think it's Lon Chaney Sr. But look at that. Fucking killer, man. That's a really cool, eerie shot. I don't know, there's something about that picture that's fucking crazy looking. But definitely check it out. Mad Monster's pretty killer. pretty killer magazine. And they're out of California. I guess Kevin Tate is the editor, maybe. He must be the guy that puts it all together. That's where the Studio City, California. But definitely check that out. But anyway, that is it for Nerd Alert. Oh, I did pick up for real cheap the Monsters complete series. I don't know if I showed this before, but has the complete show, the complete series plus 2 movies and the original unaired pilot, which is kind of nutty looking. But other than that, I haven't gotten any movies lately. Just not doing the movie thing right now, but been into the horror mags and the horror comics, and especially the comic stuff and music stuff. So I'll be having a new LP update soon. Couple new reviews coming up. Ones I promised before, like the new Backyard Babies. Hopefully the new LA Guns and the Wild Hearts, which is coming out in a couple weeks. So I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks for watching. Share this around with your friends. Click that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll talk to you soon. Peace.